Hank Williams Cabin is an iconic site located at Children's Harbor on Lake Martin, Alabama. It is said that during his stay at Lake Martin, Hank Williams was so inspired that he wrote his famous song Kow-Liga based on an old local folktale. Though the cabin itself is not currently open to the public, Stephen and I had the rare opportunity to tour this historical site and actually spend the night where the legend himself once slept. Join us as we go behind the scenes of the cabin and experience what it was like when Hank Williams himself stayed there all those years ago. Hey, that's me, Shaylee, and that's my husband, Stephen. Together, we travel all throughout the United States, seeking stories and adventures to share with you. But it hasn't always been this way. Stephen is actually living with a rare disease that basically breaks down all the muscles in his body, and now he's a cancer survivor too. We realized that life is just too short, and from that moment on, we swore that if we were given a second chance, we would never let another day pass us by. So join us as we embark on our adventures and truly live larger than life. Welcome to Pelican Point Expeditions.
From my understanding, Hank Williams Sr.'s lake cabin? Is this
not his lake cabin.
Okay.
It is a lake cabin that he stayed at during some of his time in Elliott City. Rumor has it that this is the cabin he was staying at when he wrote the song Kow-Liga.
Okay.
Kow-Liga is literally right across the roads, and it would have been here while he was here.
It's kind of a sad song, am I
Somebody
right?
buys the Indian maiden, takes her away, and he's left here by himself.
Oh, yeah, that sounds about like a Hank Williams song, doesn't it? Well, you want to show us inside?
Sure, come on in. So we have tried to keep everything as authentic to the era as possible. You'll find a few upgraded niceties in here, but not many. There's no cable TV. There's no internet. There's no phone.
Wow.
So it's a rustic cabin on the lake, much like any lake cabin would have been in the 50s. I'm guessing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I think this is an old picture because I can see like books and stuff in some of this.
When I noticed like
this chair's
the radio there.
I know we found some of these things like at our thrift store, like this horse's backside here. Mm-hmm. This is actually a bottle opener.
Ah.
You'd open your bottle and the caps would stay in there.
Oh, that's cute.
Little piece.
So this, and I don't know if you said this, but this cabin was actually moved here onto our campus.
Okay, and where was it moved from?
Do you remember just one of
It was actually here. This was the dock when it was here. It was moved to, I think, the Pitchford Hollow area. Then it was moved back here.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
See, I didn't know that.
So it's traveled. It's had some miles put on.
No kidding. All right. Well, there go our tour guides. All right. It is just us. Okay, so we have switched into our comfy clothes and we are getting settled in for the night. We're looking forward to walking around and seeing all the different stuff that's here in the cabin. And one of the unique things is there's no TV, there's no Wi-Fi, there's no radio. Well, there is a radio, but it's only for show. It doesn't work. And so really, literally, when you're out here, it is you and that's it. Yeah, we're just looking forward to settling in and relaxing and getting to know some of the history that we're sleeping in tonight. Okay, so let's do a little tour of the place because I know that's what everybody is interested in, is just seeing what this place actually looks like. And when you first come in from the front door, I mean, it really just feels like you're stepping back in time. It has such that vintage
vibe to it that feels really true to the times. Right away, you can't help but notice all the interesting artwork hanging up in the cabin, including newspaper articles about Hank at Lake Martin, and of course, a record copy of his song Kow-Liga. The kitchen was fully functional and also had nostalgic decor and touches to it, including a vintage card table and even old school glassware. The cabin itself had 2 bedrooms, and both of those rooms had 2 twin beds, which was actually pretty standard for a cabin in the 1940s and 50s. There weren't any closets, but both rooms had a dresser, and inside you could find a set of towels as well as a set of clean linens and sheets for each of the beds. The living room, however, was our favorite part of the whole cabin. It had been furnished and designed to be almost an exact replica of an old cabin photo, right down to the dishes over the fireplace and even the plaid curtains. What was also unique about the decor is that most of it was actually found at the Children's Harbor thrift store nearby, making the cabin feel homey, historic, and definitely added to the sense of everything coming full circle. However, our tour wouldn't be complete without this famous photo of Hank Williams in the Alexander City Jail. In August of 1952, Hank Williams was arrested for disorderly conduct and public drunkenness after causing a scene at the nearby Russell Hotel. He was locked up in the Alex City Jail, but he wasn't in there long. Within a couple of hours, Hank's friend Darwin Dobbs paid the $25 bond and bailed Hank Williams out of jail. It is widely believed that during the time Hank was arrested, he was actually staying at this cabin and penned out his famous song Kow-Liga after being inspired by a local legend and Lake Martin sunset. You can hear the whole story in our video, The Story of Hank Williams and Kow-Liga, on our YouTube channel, so make sure you go check that out. Okay, so far we are in our first hour of our stay here at the cabin, and we are sitting out here on the back porch.
This is 66 acres, and we will be the only people on it. The next closest thing is the Kow-Liga restaurant. It is not open at all tonight. So there's not going to be anybody around for miles.
It is almost nightfall. I am outside trying to see if we're going to have any kind of exciting sunset for tonight. And we are preparing for the night in Hank's cabin. We'll see how this goes. Oh, I love that glow of the lamps inside for the evening. Looks so pretty. And we were watching to see if we're going to get any kind of sunset tonight, but I don't think so. I think it's a lot of just clouds, rain clouds, but that's okay. We're about to settle in for the evening. Oop, this handle is tough. We're reading Wikipedia on Hank.
Died at 29.
So young.
I mean, he does not look like a 29-year-old in this photo. What we also saw though over here is some newspaper clippings. And so that is this cabin originally. This is the owner, and then there's that famous photo of Hank. The myth of Kow-Liga, Dobbs said, was the biggest myth about Williams, and the song Kow-Liga concerns the Native American statue that once stood in front of Kow-Liga restaurant. The song tells of a wooden Native American statue that was placed so long after Williams' death, and the song was written. In reality, there was never a Native American named Kow-Liga. Dobbs explained that Kow-Liga was actually a tribe of Creek Indians. Williams said Kow-Liga's heart was made of knotty pine wood. Dobbs said the cabin Williams stayed at when the song was written had knotty pine paneling, and a knotty pine heart ended up in the lyric song. The statue was made of plaster, not wood, Dobbs said, as it came from a Pontiac dealership in Alex City. Pontiac was chief of the Northern Tribe. All the Pontiac dealers had a life-size statue of Chief Pontiac. So actually Kow-Liga is Chief Pontiac, Dobbs said. Okay, it is officially nighttime and we are gonna go on a quick little walk. You turn down the porch lights.
Turn on the porch light. And turn on the outside lights, but turn on the porch lights.
All right, let's see. Ooh, it's nice out here. Gives off a good, oh, do you hear all the...
So I can turn on these big old spotlights too, but I
Oh,
thought
wow.
it would be less
Okay.
light.
Do you hear that?
Look how dark it is, like towards the camp. There's like one light.
Oh, I know. No, it is pitch black out here. I mean, can't see. You're out here on your own. I mean, it is very private. It's like telling a ghost story. Where'd you go? So we just walked out here. We're doing a little bit of a night walk and it's super cool. So you can see all the lights on the bridge. The frogs are going. You look so creepy right now. That's right. Okay, here we are. It is nightfall. It is probably 10 o'clock at night. So what was that about the radio?
All you have to do is just turn the volume button on and it turns on and it lights up.
So it does work.
Yeah.
It just doesn't tune into anything.
See the before and left? Or is there an on button or is it the volume?
On.
Yeah. Watch the center. See how the center lights up?
Oh,
See it light up?
cool. Yeah. Oh, how neat. But it just doesn't tune to anything. And I was saying, what if this place was haunted? Well, I won't get into my suspicions, but we did have some lights turning on and off. Well, we had lights turning on when we turned them off. Is it haunted? Well, let's go check out the beds. Let's go see what the beds are like. As we started settling in for the night and fixing up our beds, Stephen and I decided that there was only one thing left to do while sleeping at this legendary cabin. Listen to Hank Williams music, of course. Kind of crazy to think that we are literally in the cabin that Hank was when he wrote this song. Wrote his first draft of this.
Oh, see, I'm pretty sure I read it right. He did not know how to read or write music, so he would have just had to play this out for the first time.
There it is. There it is.
That's a good one.
I feel like we are part of history right now.
it is early. It is really early. It's like, I don't even know if it's 6 a.m. yet, but so you really do get that sunlight and that sunrise. But I could hear the rain on the old tin roof, and it's been going for a few hours now, and it's been so nice. And so finally I was like, okay, it's light enough now. I'm gonna go outside and show everyone about it. Ooh, look at that morning hair. Just hear that pitter patter, pitter patter, pitter patter. And that's our bedroom window. It is early. It is early. You really do get the sunrise. Okay, so now morning we are just cleaning up, and we are taking all the sheets off of the bed to go drop them in that linen bag in the bathroom. And I guess they handle all the linen from there. So, to be honest, there were a lot of emotions that morning as we packed up and ended our stay at Hank Williams' cabin. The tranquility of spending the night here was unlike anything that we had ever experienced before, and we were beyond grateful for the rare opportunity to spend 24 hours at this cabin that holds such a legendary and historical significance in the country music world. So, what was your favorite part?
Just the history. Hank's life was very mysterious, very tough, hard life.
Yeah.
And he's an icon. He's a legend now.
And it was kind of cool how we were able to walk around and read some of the different things on the walls and piece together some stories that we heard from the staff here and then on the walls and then also from your family. And I think for me, my favorite part was when we came here, it was literally felt like you were just stepping through time. Like all the replicas, it felt so vintage and just kind of like you really were in the 1950s. There were no distractions, so we literally just got to sit here and just look out into the lake and watch the nightfall and listen to the nightlife. And so that was really awesome too.
I agree.
So this was a really cool experience, and I think we can both highly recommend this for anybody who's looking for an interesting stop on Lake Martin. All you history buffs out there, this is a must-see location. This was such an incredible stay and easily one of our favorite ones that we've done so far. So that's staying at Hank Williams' cabin.
Never miss an adventure. Like and follow Pelican Point Expeditions on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. And stay tuned for our next episode on Lake Martin TV.